Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Chik. And today I am going to share with you signs, signs that will show you that your relationship is going down the drain. And I'm going to also offer you advice on how to make it work or to just walk away. The first sign on how to know that your relationship is going down the hill is when your partner, whether it is your boyfriend or your girlfriend, starts to share your relationship problems with the public on social media. This is a sign number one that you know that there is a problem. And what is your understanding when one party is sharing problems with the whole world? What's your understanding of that? So, for example, if my partner or myself start to share information or sensitive information with the public, people that have nothing to do with our relationship, whatever that comes into our relationship is basically my business. And what that basically means is that the relationship is basically over. Because there's no point for anyone in a healthy relationship to share anything sensitive with strangers, not even strangers, with relatives, friends, or the public for that matter. So that's when you know basically there is a problem, and that is when you need to act. So if a situation like that does occur, or if a situation like that is now happening in your relationship, I will offer you advice on how to deal with it briefly. But for now, this is the sign you need to look out. This is the sign that you cannot ignore. Everything that is important is supposed to be kept secret. But if one of your like if one of you in your relationship isn't keeping any sensitive information or relationship issues private, then you know what time it is. Second sign is when your partner is discussing your house secrets. Say, for example, in this matter, your girlfriend or your boyfriend or a husband or a wife, if they have started to discuss the house secrets, things that are supposed to be kept in the dark, if they have started to discuss them openly with the siblings, their relatives or friends, then that is when you know there is a problem. And once that happens, you have two responsibilities here, right? Or I should say, two options. Option number one, you either make sure that you address it as soon as possible. But my understanding is that no matter what you do, when your partner start sharing secrets with the external forces, to me, it is over. My understanding is that clear, is over. Because anything between your girlfriend and yourself, or anything between your boyfriend and yourself, a wife or a husband, whatever category the relationship is, it should be between you and your partner. It should never be shared with anyone. So that is a sign of a disaster. It's a recipe for disaster. So that is when you need to take immediate action. And it has to be swiftly, fast. Because the longer you delay it, the more it will come with a lot of problems. It will come with depression. It will come with stress. It will come with trauma. It will come with anxiety. It will come with everything that will disturb your life. But the faster you act, the better you will be in terms of your mental health. Let's put it that way. Another sign that shows that your relationship is just a diseased relationship is when your partner start attacking you openly in public, in front of their, family members or friends, and they don't care about your reputation. They don't care about your image. They don't care to protect what is important, which is your relationship. And they are coming out gun blazing and attacking you openly without hesitation, without leaving anything back, without even thinking about your relationship, about tomorrow, about how people will take it, about how people will disrespect you because of that attack. That relationship is basically done. It's over, right? So, what do you do to tackle these signs that I've just discussed? Number one, if you're a man, and in this way, I should sort of just, for example, just use male example here. Say, for example, it is your girlfriend or your wife that has done um, the signs that I have just discussed. Here is how you can come up with um, a proper solution, or how you can simply just aim things. Respect your wife or your girlfriend, or in a simple term, respect your girl. Respect her, protect her, provide for her, give her security, love her, give her affection, and above all, make sure that the world knows that you love her without just saying it, but by practically demonstrating it so people can see it. If you don't feel the need to do the things I've just said, then what that basically means is that the relationship is done. And it is time to get out of that relationship. You don't need to waste each other's time here. You need to get out of that relationship. Because relationship is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. So it's a 50-50. You as a man and your girl, you have to meet in between. You have to come in with your 50% of your commitment, and your girl comes in with her 50% of her commitment. What does that mean? What it basically means is that you have to love each other equally. You have to protect. You have to be there for each other. And what do I mean by protecting your girl? Protecting your girl goes back to the signs I was giving you before. If you sense something bad, or if you have seen something bad, or observe something bad from your girl, the way to solve it is not to go behind her back and start talking about the things she does wrong to your group, your friends, or family members, or people that are not even directly involved or directly related to you. How you solved a problem like that is sitting down at the table, talk about things, have an open and transparent conversation with no hidden agendas. Let her know what she has done wrong in a professional manner as possible, without offending her, without attacking her, without insulting her. Let her know that this is what I've observed. This is how I'm feeling about it. And this is why I think you should stop it. If you lay it down, black and white, right? The ground of understanding will always be there. And don't get me wrong, there are some people that do not listen, regardless of how the message is being delivered. They will decide to just be close minded, they will just close off everything and start seeing everything as an attack to their either personality, their attitude, their look, whatever. If that is the case, then I personally would suggest that a partner like that is not meant for you because that is not your type. Their type is somewhere. It's not you. Because if you're a person who is calm, cool, and collected, and your way of solving problems is to sit down with your partner and make sure issues are addressed in a civil manner and in a friendly manner, and your partner is the opposite to the way you address your problems or your issues, then that is not a relationship. And I can guarantee you that that relationship will not last because you guys are not meant for each other. Because they should be compromised. Remember, I said 50%, okay? 50-50. You're coming in with an idea of sitting down with your partner, with your girl, for that matter, and negotiating, discussing, agree with each other, or even disagree to agree to. And your partner is not willing to compromise and sit down and have an intellectual understanding or discussion with you or secret discussion, then that is not the right partner. Your partner must always be willing to come to the table and listen to what you're saying and also voice out her side of the story. And then you will be able to achieve the common ground and come to the solution and fix things. If that does not exist, then it means that relationship will never work. So it's time to leave, get out. You're wasting your time. Or you're wasting each other's time for that matter. Another important advice here is to set clear expectations, well defined expectations. And when you set those expectations, make sure they are met. Okay? Make sure they are being met. Make sure you meet them. An example, if you promise your girl something, or if you promise to take her somewhere, make sure you accomplish that. Make sure you do that. Because that is where respect, trust, understanding, etc. comes in. Because if you promise and overpromise and underdeliver, you will be taken as a liar. And the worst things that can happen in a relationship is to have one partner thinking the other partner is a liar, who does not keep their words, who does not deliver, who does not stick to their words. Once that happens, then that relationship has a problem. When you notice that, when you observe it, make sure you quickly address it as soon as possible. And by addressing it, I mean delivering. You have to deliver. Never overpromise and underdeliver in your relationship. That is a key to integrity. It's a key to trust. It's a key to understanding and respect. Make sure you keep that. You maintain it. Because relationship is, as I mentioned before, a one-way street. When the bar is set very high, make sure the expectation matches the bar or even exceeded the bar. You can't set the bar too high and then go low. That is not how relationship or how healthy relationship is achieved. Another important point, and this point here is really crucial. It goes back to the beginning of the topic, right? Your relationship or your partner is a reflection of who you are. Men, for this matter, the way your wife or your girlfriend dress, what she eats, how she speak, how she treat others, how she walk, everything that your woman does or consume is a direct reflection of who you are, right? So that's why we need to take care of our women. We need to protect them. We need to provide. We need to be honest. We need to have integrity. We need to set expectations and meet them. We need to always be there for them. We need to love them unconditionally. And we need to make sure financially we support them. They must dress well. They must eat well. They must live well. They must smell good. Right? That is a man God given responsibility that we must look after our women. We must protect them. We must respect them. We must provide for them. Why do I keep repeating this point? Because it's such a crucial point that we tend to forget. And when our women are acting out of character, we tend to question why they're acting in a certain way. I mean, you can say, you know, most rich people, they are single or they're having difficulties maintaining their families. And that is correct. You're right. And the reason being is, it's not always on the women's side. It, it has a lot to do with us as men. Because when we have a lot of money, we become so immense into getting more. It's all about getting more money and become more rich and richer every day, to the point where we're neglecting our families, to the point where we're neglecting our girlfriends, to the point where we're neglecting our partners. And then what happened? They will decide they're not having fun anymore, even though the money's there, even though the good house is there, they drive good cars. If they're not receiving love and affection from you as a man, even though you are a billionaire, right? You will not sustain or maintain that woman, because she will go somewhere where she will be heard, where she will be given attention, where she will be given love and affection, where people will, where someone will give her time. Time is crucial as well, So that's why for us men, it is so important to pay attention to these little details, these small details when it comes to looking after our women. And that will eradicate the signs that I've discussed previously in this video, right? So there will be no time for her to go to a social media and start bashing you. There will be no time for her to go to her friends or a sibling or relatives to go and discuss problems that she has in the house with you. She will not have time to talk to another man because you give her your ultimate undivided attention. You provided her support, you provided her protection, you provided her time, care, love. She knows there is integrity, expectation are being managed, the bar has been raised, everything is there. Yes, we're working, that is correct. You can see I just came from work and I said, you know what, I need to do this because and another important point as well, to my colleagues, right? I encourage you to comment in the comment section below, right? The advice that you want me to give you. And the reason I'm encouraging you to do so is to share it with the world, right? Because if you ask me directly, yes, I can come and do it right now, like I'm doing it now. And this was a direct request from you. But it's not helping other people that are following me, as well as people that will see it in the future. It's not helping them. So write it in the comment section below and also offer your opinion on what you think this topic is about. Offer your opinion, even a brief discussion too will help. Do you see what I'm saying? So I encourage you to contribute. I encourage you to engage and interact and make sure that we're helping people here. So I've just made it, as brief as possible, but it's a very broad topic that cannot be covered in one go. It takes time and a lot of episodes and things like that, to provide sufficient amount of advice. So I have just decided to just give you the sign to look out for, as well as the solutions to avoid, or to make the signs that I've just discussed with you work. See what I'm saying? So that is basically the point the point that I'm trying to put across or to get across. And as I mentioned, relationship is a very, very tough business. And if it was easy, no one would ever divorce their partner, because divorce is not good. But because it's such a difficult matter, that's why there is divorce. That's why there is breakup. That's why there is misunderstanding. There is fight. Everything that comes with it. It's because it's such a difficult matter. So to make it work, you have to compromise. Compromisation. Nothing is greater than that. When you compromise, you forgive. When you forgive, it means you have employed the art of understanding. Yes, you can be angry. Yes, you can be offended. Yes, you can feel off. Yes, you may feel like ending the relationship. But what good does it do if you act, you know, without giving it a thought? If you act without, you know, putting other person, putting other person's feelings in your shoes and see how they feel. So that's why it's always important to sit down, talk about things, try to make them work. If they don't work, fine. It's not the end of the world. It means the relationship is basically not meant for you. It's not meant to work. There are relationships that are not meant to work. And, more you force it, the worse it gets. So the earlier, the better. Get out. Don't waste time and go and seek another relationship somewhere. And your partner will find someone else that have probably um, what they're looking for, you know, in each other, and probably they would be a good match. As simple as that. So yeah, so basically that's it for me. To be honest, I just feel like let's just come to the camera and just share that with you, basically, and hope that it helped. That's all I can say at this point. I hope that it does help. Um, you know, in terms of working things out, your relationship, whether you're at a dating stage or whether you are at the marriage stage or whatever stage you are in. I hope that this video will really help. And if you feel like you have learned something, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below, right? And do not forget to share. Do not forget to like as well and subscribe, okay? Because we need subscribers basically in order for us to grow our channel, right? In order for us to reach wider community, in order for us to help, wider society. So we need to grow, and how can we grow without, without subscribers? Okay. As always, it is yours truly, Ding I Check. Stay positive, stay tuned. Let's go.